Hello, welcome to Doghead Tech and to a very overdue episode of Can I Fix It, a series where I take faulty gaming equipment and try and bring them back from the dead. Now in this episode I have a faulty Game Boy Advance console. Now I never had one of these growing up and I've never worked on one of these, so I'm very excited to get it apart. So without further ado, let's do exactly that. In fact, I was so excited to get it apart that I have already had the back off this, just so I could kind of see what was going on and see how they're made and see what they look like. And I was able to spot a fault on the power switch. Now it looks as though the switch, the little plastic switch bit, has broken off, so it requires a replacement. When I get the back off of this, I'll show you the condition that the device is actually in, and it's in pretty good nick. I mean, it's certainly dirty. It's got this big mark down the right hand side. I don't know what would have caused that, some metal of some kind. There we go. So yeah, the rest of the board looks pretty great, to be honest. I haven't had a look at the other side. I've literally just taken the back off of this, and I'll show you if I can. This switch that I was talking about, kind of see there's actually nothing there. So whilst this is moving sort of left and right and making the right noises, it's not actually doing anything. The rest of the device actually looks perfectly fine. It just needs a little bit of TLC. So tell you what, I haven't tested. Can we still turn this on, or is it totally... No, it's totally gone. So in order to see, whether that works, we'll need to solder the power switch on. Well, there's a part I don't have to desolder. That's all nice and shiny and looking good, which is wonderful to see. Usually moisture gets stuck under these rubber pads. There's no corrosion on them at all, which is wonderful. I wonder, can I just slide this knife underneath? Kind of get a bit of leverage. Yes, I can. What I don't want to happen is that I'm tearing the traces. That'd be a bit of a disaster. Do you feel it coming? There we go. But just by running my soldering iron across these legs, it's freeing it off. And I mean, I don't really care about the condition of the power button because it's already broken. So that's off. Right, good. That went well. Just going to wick some of this old solder off. Clean this up. Apply a little bit more flux and see if we can solder this button in. If we just fill up these two first on either side, and that will kind of hold it in place. One soldered. Can't quite see whether they're actually making a connection or not. I think they are, but might be mistaken. Let's give this a little bit of a clean up and then we'll test it. We'll just place this back on it, stick a couple of batteries in and see if we can get any kind of life out of this. So these batteries might be dead. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. And we've got it. Perfect. That's great. So rather fortunately, I was able to, or when I bought this, it came with a free copy of Turok Evolution in it. So let's test it and see if this is actually playing a game. Looks like it is. Yeah, we're straight in. It's satisfying doing... Like, not every fix needs to be like a super in-depth fix, right? I don't know how entertaining it is, obviously, but from a kind of a small business point of view, it's fixes like this that make the money. The ones that you can kind of fix quite quickly and turn around in a decent time, as opposed to it taking however long to repair a device. So yeah, really happy with that. The job's not done though. I still need to take this apart fully, give it a proper clean. I mean, need to try and see if we can do something with this right side. So I'm going to get this thing fully disassembled now. Now I know it works. Get it fully disassembled, clean it up, and then I'll stick this up for sale. And it can be someone else can make some memories with it. Tell you what, now I've removed this, it is a little bit yellow. So I am going to retro-bright it. So off camera, I'm just going to clean this up. I'm going to treat it to a nice long soak because it's had a very hard day. And I'll be back in one hot second. Right, so one hot second later, and these are looking all right. They're not looking too bad. However, it has kind of accentuated. Now I've got rid of all the dirt and grime, you can kind of see where it's more yellow on this left hand side under the speakers as well. A little bit on this top bit on the back cover, but this right side, this little bumper bit on the right hand side, this side cover looks pretty grisly. So let's try, I'm just going to sand it ever so finely. Yeah, it's actually a better colour now. But once we retro bright these, then they should be pretty uniform, I think. But yeah, happy with how that's come out. So let's get these buttons and this chassis prepped for retro brighting. So what should happen is that we cover this in hydrogen peroxide, expose it to some UV, and then science happens, and then we have a nice swanky looking restored Game Boy chassis. So yeah, making sure I'm wearing a glove for the side that I'm holding, because I certainly don't want to get any of this on my hands. If you do get it on your hands, then you can burn yourself. You can get chemical burns. I'm not in a kind of chemical burn kind of mood, so I'm not going to do that. There we are, nicely wrapped up, and that will go into a booth. I'll show you in a mo. I don't think I actually got any of that in the last shot. Shall I try and get this one in the shot this time? That would be handy, wouldn't it? I'm trying my hardest to kind of get all of this in shot, but I'm obviously not doing a very good job. We pop these into our little chamber here. So what will happen essentially is that when I plug this in, these lights will come on and then kind of entomb this chassis in a kind of UV box. That will then reverse the aging of years of sun damage. So I'm going to leave this on now. I mean, it's, what's the time now? It's like 5 o'clock or something. I'm going to leave this on overnight. Hopefully tomorrow when we come back, we're going to have a nice looking chassis for our GBA and we can reassemble it, and then I can get it out for sale. So quick as a flash, and it's the next day, and I'm happy to say that these have come out looking rather good. The only thing I would say is that this side here on the front left is still a little bit yellow. I'm not going to treat it anymore. It's a 26-year-old console. I'm just going to keep it as it is. The rest of the console, however, looks really, really nice. The buttons and all the bumper pieces, they've all come up looking great. Just to kind of show you a comparison and how much better this looks, the aftermarket battery cover that I bought actually now colour matches the back panel perfectly. So the only thing that we can do now is get it back together and test the thing, and then hopefully I can call this fixed and we're all done and I can get it out for sale, which would be lovely. And there we have it. Rather nice. Game Boy Advance, restored and retro brighted. Now the circuit board's in, the yellowing on this left hand side is a little less obvious. We have this bar down here that was hugely rusty before. That's looking good. Like, it feels good. One thing I will admit, now I've got it in the chassis, is that I think I need to change the lens on this screen. I've noticed there are some little micro scratches and stuff, and I think it would benefit from having that swapped out. So if anyone was screaming at their screen telling me that I should have changed the lens on this, I will do exactly that. I don't have any in stock at the moment, so I will get one on order. As soon as that's installed, then this will be going up for sale. And that brings us to the end of this video. So if you have liked what you've seen, then do like, subscribe, do everything else that YouTube tells you to do. I'm off to go and get slaughtered on Turok, so I shall see you in another video very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.